What's up, guys? Sergeant G here from the Stone Vet. This is our first run at this. Look at this. I've already got a guest of honor here, Mr. Kevin Doncaster, founder of Warhawk PTSD. I got here to my left, I guess maybe to your right, however you might see it. This is
Doc Rock.
Doc Rock. There you go, right there. So we're veterans. I spent 9 years in the Corps, 2 tours to the desert. Got Doc Rock here. He served me as a corpsman, doing his thing, doing what he's supposed to do. You guys know how the Marines and the corpsmen are. We always tight, side by side. They're always there with us. And then you got Mr. Kevin here. He's another jarhead just like me, trying to get this crap. We're trying to figure this out. So my whole goal with the Stone Vet is to be able to establish a community around the veteran, regardless of where they at, where they live, or anywhere, because we're all over the place. You know, you can find us in the smallest podunk towns to the biggest cities nationwide. And so my goal is to build the actual community around the veteran, helping them build their community around them. So when it's 2 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning, they just have enough. Their wife left them, husband left them, whatever, just life ain't going the way they have planned. My goal is to actually help build that community. So you can got that phone call and you got that guy that's 30 minutes down the road say, I got you 6, I'm on my way. We're gonna figure this out. So you can be here tomorrow, taking your next breath. But I've decided to bring on Mr. Kevin here to discuss what he does at Warhawk PTSD, the necessities he felt as though every veteran needs. So here you go, Kevin. Here's your introduction. Right here is Kevin, Warhawk, the founder of Warhawk PTSD. Why don't you go ahead and tell us a little bit about what you do, what kind of services you provide?
Yeah, I mean, before we even get into all that, let's talk about how pretty awesome what you're doing with the Stone Vet is. I mean, already we've had to use it, right? Absolutely. I had to call on you and say, hey, I got a veteran in need in New York. And let's just face it, if it isn't New York that's probably the most devastated right now with all that's going on with COVID and stuff, I don't know who else is. And between that and September 11th, which is right around the corner, I think we really need to be mindful. We really need to have a heightened sense of awareness as to what you and I are trying to do here. But already we pressed upon the community that is still growing, and people just started giving like crazy. And that's pretty stellar. And, you know, not too long ago, you and I were on the phone and I was in a bad way. And you took time out of your night to pick me up. I'm not immune from it. Just because I'm the founder of an organization that's trying to help veterans doesn't mean that I'm immune from it. You know, just like you told your story, well, my story started on September 11th. As a matter of fact, I was 9 months out of the Corps, thinking I was about to skate on into, you know, civilian life and stuff. And, you know, here I was looking at live feeds in a business that did nothing but news and live feeds for stuff like what was happening. So we thought, okay, some idiot ran into the tower, right? And then I saw live the second plane hit, and the first words out of my mouth were, we're at war, you know? And before I knew it, I got a little letter from the Marine Corps saying, hey, we're not done with you yet. And if we fast forward to today, I've spent a grand total of 7 years in the Middle East, split between Iraq and Afghanistan. And, you know, I tell people this a lot because we have an issue in society where they don't know what to say to us, or they don't know how to really understand it. But I've witnessed the absolute worst of what mankind has to offer, okay? But I've also witnessed the best. And the best happened on September 12th, and the best happened when you and I got together to help out this veteran in New York. That's what I'm talking about. And so if I could encourage anybody to get involved in what you're doing and what I'm doing, you know, I've witnessed a lot of teeth grinding and a lot of backstabbing just being involved in the nonprofit world, because other nonprofits, even though they don't specialize in what we do, they feel like you're taking away from their potential donors or sponsors. And I think that is the wrong mentality to have. If you're in the nonprofit world, or you're in a situation where we're trying to build a community like you and I are doing tonight, you need to put that BS aside and just make it all about what the mission is. And our mission, bottom line, is we want to put a dent in this veteran suicide rate, or eradicate it. I mean, that's the ultimate goal. But we need to take steps towards getting to that point, you know. And I spent a good 5 years, it's about 6 years now, really struggling with finding my way. Even though some of my time was mixed as a Marine and also as a civilian contractor, military life was just, that was my thing, you know. And so I struggled with identity. A lot of people that retire, they struggle. What am I going to do now that I'm retired, you know?
Right.
So I battled that. And I'm telling you, man, worthless husband, worthless father, just absolutely absent. And the only thing I could really focus on was work. And then one day I met a lady who had a dog, and it was this PTSD service dog. And she lost her son in Afghanistan the same day my chopper got lit up. His name was Philip Dinage. He died with 3 Marines instantaneously due to an attack, and on the same day that I was attacked, because it was a Taliban-wide offensive all throughout Regional Command East. And ultimately, as I'm sitting here watching this lady with this dog, I'm just impressed. I'm going, I didn't know such a thing existed. And she said, you need to get one. So I started thinking about it and thought, okay, well, let's look into this thing. And so ultimately, this guy gave me a free dog that he had spun up, trained, and was ready to serve, you know. And he wouldn't accept any amount of money. His only words were, hey, if you got a little extra cash, drop it in your church basket. So 2 weeks later, another veteran that I knew personally committed suicide, and it hit me hard. So I just got on my knees. I started praying and said, you know, what do you want me to do? And this whole time, my dog Lacey is just bumping into me. You know, she's just hit me. I'm like, leave me the hell alone with that. Well, she was doing her job, one, but she was also telling me, let's get busy. And so we did. I called that guy that night, said, this is what I want to do. I want to do the same thing you did for me, and I want to do it in force. You know, I really want to hit the ground running. So then he connected me with the Ryan family, RC Aussies out of Pryor. They helped us for the first year. And dude, that night we solidified a deal where if we lock this thing in prayer, we're going to make it happen. I got 2 dogs ready to go, and we'll commit to a break-even price there going forward. And that's how we've been rolling ever since. Anybody that wants to work with us that has dogs, they got to commit to that break-even price. It's got to be low or no cost, man.
Right.
And it's got to be about the veteran. And I know they can't afford to do that every single time, so we work with folks. You know, we're going to make it happen.
And but, that's what I think is great about it, is that it's all here in Oklahoma. I mean, a lot of people are like, Oklahoma, you got no Oklahoma tornadoes, you know.
It's crazy.
But that's my goal with the whole Stone Vet, is to start here in Oklahoma, get us established, help our veterans here in the state, help doing what we need, and then being able to expand out. Like you said, we've already helped somebody out in New York that needed help, you know, and that's just something that we can do, is just to help build that community around the veteran, you know. And I'm glad to see this. Granted, you're like 2 hours away from me, but you're still in the state. We're going to get together. We're going to have events. We're going to go up to Bartlesville and have an event up in Ballsville, just to bring everybody together, reach out to every vet close to the area to say, hey, look, this is your family. You can reach out to these people.
No doubt.
So,
you know, it's funny too, because there's a commercial going around with me. Our last sponsor was Patriot Automotive Group, right?
mm-hmm.
So Patriot Automotive Group said, hey, will you come do a commercial with us? You've bought vehicles from us before. We've supported your nonprofit. Would you mind doing that? I'm like, heck yeah. If you're going to put me on TV, let's do this, man. Let's roll.
Right.
And
let's do it.
As those commercials keep coming out, people are saying, wait, that dude's in Bartlesville. So I've had more people in Bartlesville reach out to me and not even have a clue who we are and who we're helping. And we've been here the whole time. We've gone on the radio. We've done Facebook Lives, KWON. We've done Tulsa. Man, I've been on the Pat Campbell show, man. That's crazy, right? But people are just now figuring out that we're right here in Oklahoma.
Yeah.
But I will tell you this, just like we helped that lady in New York, that veteran, we're not limited to helping anybody. It doesn't matter. Just like when you get called to serve, you know, you go where you have to go, you know, where the nation needs you. I think we need to have that same mindset. No matter where the need is, we gotta be ready to roll. And I think the other thing, this is the most important thing for the audience that we're reaching to tonight. Okay, your audience, my audience. We're gonna blow this thing up on my page, your page, the groups. But this is the deal, right? Why are we so embarrassed to reach out for help?
Right.
I know, and you know, as Marines, and Doc knows over there. Doc knows. He's like, yeah, because Doc's probably been part of the problem, right? He's like, oh, you got a little owie? Well, let me give you some vitamin M, some Motrin, some water. You can shut the hell up, suck it up, Buttercup, right?
Change your socks as well.
Yeah, change your socks. But why are we so embarrassed, man?
Right.
I don't know what you've been through over there, okay? But I've been in situations where we had to call in for air support, artillery, you name it. So when you're pinned down, what do? You call for backup. And that's what we're going to be about. We always say IGY6, I got your 6, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's the whole point. If you're in battle and you're in the shit, well, guess what? You got to call somebody to help you out because you might get pinned down. People are getting pinned down now more than ever. Absolutely. And you should not be embarrassed about calling in your fellow brother and sister, because I didn't go to Iraq or Afghanistan to go fight for the politicians and all the numbnuts up there. No, I went for the guy or gal on my left or right, pure and simple. And so that's what we're doing now. We're making it about the guy or gal on our left or right that needs us. And that's got to be the most important take home right now. Don't be embarrassed to reach out. I'll help. I've given out my number. I've gone without sleep for 2 weeks straight just to make sure that somebody made it through the night. I'll do anything. I know you'll do anything. I know Doc will do anything. He'll even give you an extra Motrin if he has to, right?
Yeah.
And that's the biggest goal. I mean, like you said, that's the biggest goal. I mean, like you said, people are scared to say, hey, I need help. I need something. I'm scared. The pride takes over and say, man, I'm a big bad Marine, or I'm a big bad soldier, or whatever the crap you were. About the Air Force, they're a bunch of civilians anyway. I give them crap all the time. I got an associate that I'm working with on TikTok right now. I'm trying to build up my TikTok. You believe that? I'm a 37-year-old man playing on TikTok, trying to get it grown, so I can bring people over here so they can hear your message. People like you. Next week I'm thinking about bringing on Kyle. Kyle Early.
Yeah, man.
Founder of Active Duty RX, right? He said he wanted to reach out to you. He said he's like, I gotta reach out to him. I said, that's my brother, man. Reach out to him. Give him a call. Talk to him. He's gonna help you. He's like, you a good man. That's what we do. Is take care of our own, regardless. We give Air Force crap because they don't know what military life's about, but we're here to help them because, some of them, they went through some crap. Some of them have dealt with some stupid, ignorant stuff, and it don't matter. We're brothers and sisters in arms. We're supposed to take care of each other. Like you said, I got your 6 every single time. No matter how hard it is. I don't care if it's 2, 3 in the morning. You need somebody to call, ring me, I'll get you. You can't get a hold of me, call the next person, Somebody's going to be there. Somebody's going to help.
No doubt.
But you have to have trust. You have to have that faith that, hey, there's somebody there that's going to help me. I said, we got to deal with the VA. We already know how horrible that is, just to deal with any kind of doctor, counselor, whatever comes out of the VA. It's hard to find good doctors and counselors coming out of that.
Well, let's touch on that for a second. Right now, under the pandemic, the VA has cut by 75%. Okay. Mm-hmm. So let's be real for a second. I'm not going to badmouth the VA. I just think they're overwhelmed, overworked, and probably understaffed. Okay. Oh. And for the most part, probably underpaid as well. I don't know, but they weren't handling that percentage before. They're not handling 25% now. It doesn't matter if it's COVID or the next thing. So that's why these kind of initiatives that you and I are doing are so important. Absolutely. And here's the other thing. If I had to bring the second take home, if you don't get involved, the listeners, if you don't get involved, if you don't give a Monster energy drink, set that aside and donate instead, there's always something that you can do. And it doesn't always have to be monetary. It can be your time. It can be something.
It's something.
Yeah, but if you don't get involved, these things die. And then the veterans keep dying as well. Absolutely. And I think they matter. So let's get involved.
No, absolutely. That's like on the Facebook group. We got that one associate on there, one of our battle buddies on there. She's like, I don't have no money. I said, oh, you don't need money. Go to the community. Find out what resources are out there. What are they doing to help veterans? Are they doing what is it that they can help us with? We have to figure it out. You always have to do reconnaissance. You have to go in and figure out, okay, this is my battleground. What's out here? What do I need? What kind of resources are out there to help me? What can I use? What resources can I use to help somebody that's in need, like in New York or in Florida and Texas? What kind of resources are out there for them, to help them with assistance, whether it's you can't pay your rent this month or you need a place to sleep or you need something to eat or whatever the case. Go out and find the resources and let us know, hey, I live here in this area within 100 square miles. This is what kind of resources are here to help you. And the biggest thing is it's all a networking thing. And that's life in general. You have to network. You have to talk to people. And there's people out there that are doing things that you didn't even realize that they can help you with. And if you don't introduce yourself and say, this is who I am, this is what I'm doing, this is what I'm trying to improve on, they'll never know what your goal is in life, what you're trying to accomplish in life. And so just with all the things that are out there, I mean, that's the biggest thing, is just trying to find the resources out there for veterans.
Sorry. I was going to just chime in and say, yeah, if you're out there and, everybody's on social media nowadays, everybody. Another way to help is just reach out to your friends on social media. Just open that line of dialogue. Hey, how are you doing? Just reach out to them, see how your friends are doing. The veterans that that's been in battle and having some technical difficulties here.
No, you're right. You're right.
All right, cool. We lost you there on our side for a moment. But
so we call them battle buddy check-ins, right? We call them battle buddy check-ins, but I'm telling you, so you might have saw it. This post almost went viral for us on Warhawk. And it basically was this guy who's talking about the 22 push-ups a day. I'm not going to knock anybody that wants to do the 22 push-ups a day, but I will say this. It is absolutely correct to say that is nothing more than visual masturbation, okay? Straight up. You want to know what's more impactful? Instead of doing 22 push-ups a day, why don't you spend time calling 20 to 40 people a year? Just once a year, make a phone call, pick it up, let them know you care about them. That is way more valuable than your push-ups and just showing everybody that you're trying to get fit. And I don't know if you watch me lately, but dude, if I try to do 22 push-ups, it'd probably be a sorry thing. But I get it. You're raising awareness, and I'm gonna say that's really, really cool. But you should also try to just pick up that phone.
I like that. I like how you said that. Reach out to your phone. Look through your phone. I'm sure, man, I was cleaning out my garage. I found recall Rosses from freaking God knows how long ago. I was like, I got half the nerve just to start dialing them and say, hey, you still alive, dude? You still doing good? I found out one of my Marines, he was telling me he had some issues. I mean, he got kicked out of the Corps on a bad conduct discharge because of the crap he was dealing with. And I was like, damn, and I didn't even know. Like, he's like, this happened all after you left, man. Don't feel guilty at all. Like, he's like, I'm on the up and up, though. He's going to college, getting his master's degree. He's doing his thing. He's like, but I can't get no benefits because he screwed up while he was in, But he's like, I'm doing it. And I was like, I'm going to bring you on board, too. I'm going to do this Zoom thing with you. You tell me your story, how you been after the Corps, what happened, And that's the biggest thing. Like I said, I just started my Facebook page, and I've been reaching out to a bunch of Marines I used to serve with. I'm gonna bring them on board. What's your life after the Corps? Like, what are you doing? How are you? How's life treating you? Is it treating you good? What are you dealing with? The issue you're dealing with? Where are you from? Let's see if we got more veterans out there in your area that you can hook up with. That night you can go have a barbecue on a Friday night and just hang out and just BS with somebody. Because that's the biggest thing, is that we miss that camaraderie that was there.
No doubt.
We don't have that camaraderie anymore, and it sucks. It sucks that we don't have that camaraderie there anymore. And so that's my biggest goal, is try to figure that out. Figure out what we can do to help build that community around them. Because camaraderie is everything, dude. I mean, it sucks when you don't have it. You're just like, what's the purpose anymore? I got Steve here, me and him hang out. But it's just like, damn, to have that battle buddy there with you to BS where you can sit out in the driveway and just have a good time. Talk about your day. How's your day been? What have you been up to? How's life treating you today?
So that's the biggest challenge too, right? Most guys you and I know, they're not as open as we are. And I'll be honest with you, before I stood up Warhawk, I didn't really talk about this kind of stuff. I've had to really, I'm in the public eye now, so I've had to really come out of my shell, and I've had to really share my story. And not everybody has to do that. But what's happening is that everybody's kind of being recluse, and they're just burying themselves in a hole right now. So we got to be the ones to kind of pull them out of that hole a little bit.
No, absolutely.
I'm telling you, that phone call will matter. And the other thing that people can do is, maybe you don't have a dime to spare, but maybe somebody else does. And if you take a moment and you share the Stone Vet, or you share the Warhawk page, put in a personal note. If you just share the page, it's just going to scroll through somebody's feed. But if you take a moment and you say, hey, I know what these guys are doing. Look what they just did. Look what the Stone Vet and Warhawk did to make whole this veteran who was about to do something really stupid, we made them whole. We took care of the family. I know they're making a positive impact in the community. So that's huge.
Absolutely.
So people just take a moment to really share something more than just a click of a button. But I'll take that too, because you never know.
Yeah, you never know. Oh, it takes, you know what, that's what I try to tell everybody. I say it takes one person. One person can make the difference in your life. One person can make the difference in your Facebook page to blow you up, and you can be this big phenom that you're just like, man, where did all these people come from? It just takes one person. So for you to share, you share, you keep sharing, You're like, man, this ain't going nowhere. But all it takes is one person to say, hey, look at what they're doing. Look what they're providing. Let me share their info. And then next thing you know, you're gonna blow up. You're gonna be as big as Michael Jordan, and you're like, man, I don't even know what to do. I mean, I've just been blessed, when it comes down to it. You just gotta keep praying and keep being like, this is my goal. My goal is to help people. That's what I want to do, is help people. If I can help at least one person, I met my goal. That's the biggest thing. Can I help at least one person achieve what they need to achieve? And that's it. So, you got anything else for us, Kevin?
That's it, man. Visit our page, throw a like and a follow on there. When we hit, so we're at about 4,200 right now. When we hit 5,000, we're gonna drop some merch. Look at this shirt, man. Look at this. Warhawk.
Gold and shiny.
All right, gold. We're gonna have it in teal as well, because teal is the PTSD awareness color.
Of course.
So, but I got to sport something that resembles the Marine Corps. So
I love it. That
gold was gonna come out sooner or later.
So,
but yeah, man.
Let people know where they can reach you at. Let them know where they can reach you at.
You bet. So we're on the web at www.WARHAWKPTSDServiceDogs.com. We're on Facebook at Warhawk PTSD Service Dogs. And that's about it. Number's 918-815-6775. Regular business hours. But we're standing up.
What's that, man?
Yeah. But we're standing up. We're standing up Team Suicide Watch too, and
that's awesome.
We're partnering with Vet to Vet Crisis Response Team out of Arkansas. So that's another resource that you and I are going to work together with.
Absolutely, that's going to be definitely a need that's going to be out there for people, for our brothers and sisters to reach out to and have something to call.
They specialize in helping veterans in a crisis mode. In addition, I really want people to check out this other organization based out in Tulsa. We partner with them as well, and they're called Hope is Oxygen. They're a suicide prevention organization, and I know the founder, I should say. I know the founder really well, Linda, and she's a phenomenal lady. She's been there for us since the very beginning. In fact, she helped sponsor the very first dog we did, which was also called Hope. So it's a big deal, man, and I just want to encourage people, even if you don't get involved with me or with you, get involved by picking up that phone and calling somebody and making them your battle buddy for sure.
Absolutely, man. I love it. I love to hear that. I'm glad you're here. I'm glad I got you here with me, man, so we can get through this fight together. And we can make sure we can make the awareness out there so people know, hey, hell, there's people all over Oklahoma. You got Oklahoma City, you got Norman, you got Tulsa, Bartlesville, Pryor, all over the place. And I'm going to expand out. I'm going to reach out. Somebody told me they're out in Sayre, so I'm going to bring them on board as well. Just like I said, I want to establish something in Oklahoma so veterans in Oklahoma, they know, if they don't want to come out, that's on them. But they've had the opportunity. They know we're out here. Well, they know they can reach out to us and let us know that they're in need. And that's my whole goal, is just to build the team up, build our team up and be able to get where we need to be and what we need, So, well, I appreciate it, Kevin. It's Friday night. Go enjoy yourself. Go be with your little girl. Take care of her. Enjoy your weekend, man. I appreciate you taking time out of your day to come here and be with us at the Stone Vet, man.
It's been my pleasure. Thanks for having me.
You guys are wondering, who are these guys? So a little bit about myself. My name's Sergeant G. I spent 9 years in the Marine Corps, 2 tours of the daggum sandbox. Everybody's got their stories. Everybody did this. Everybody did that. I was a support, man. I was an engineer support. So every time the grunts went out, I had to go play in the dirt with them, support them on their missions and stuff like that. I got out of the Marine Corps back in 2009. I had no idea what I was going to do. I didn't have a job, didn't have a house. All I had was a little bit of paycheck. The Marine Corps paid me as an E5 before I got out back in 2009. Been blessed ever since. I got a beautiful wife who owns Rafa 180. She's letting me use in her store right now. So I say the Rafa 180 Studios tonight, you know. And so we've been blessed. She's been allowing us to use this area of her store right now to be able to produce this podcast for you guys. What my goal is to actually just allow it comfortable, a good conversation with somebody, having your best friend next to your side, and you just sit back. Just like if you serving right now, you know them Friday nights, especially if you married and you living out in, if you're in Hawaii 802 housing, base housing, or whatever the case may be, heck, even at the barracks, you know, it's Friday night and you're like, man, this is nice. I like this.
Somebody's got the grill going.
Somebody's got the grill going. The weather's nice outside, and you're about to get a lot of alcohol. There's about to be a lot of alcohol there tonight, you know. And so this is the goal of this, is just to be able to have somebody to BS with and just enjoy the time together, you know. Ultimately, the goal with the Stone Vet is to actually create the community around you, the veteran, wherever you live, whatever part of the country, whatever part of the world you live in. We got people in Australia and Canada and England, Ireland, France. I mean, whoever gets word of this, the goal is to build a community around you. We already know in the U.S. for American veterans, we lose 22 veterans a day. You know, and you're like, it's called the Stone Vet. They're always going to be high. That's not the goal. The Stone Vet is just, I want to tell you how cannabis has helped me, what it's done in my life to make me a better person, how it's helped me deal with my PTSD, my anxiety, my depression, just the crap I got to deal with on a regular basis. You guys have your own stressors. You guys have your own things that you deal with, whether it's anxiety, depression, PTSD. I mean, I spend 90% of my day at my job wanting to choke somebody out. But I can't because it's not the right thing to do, they tell me, because I'm a civilian now. You can't just take them out back like you can in the Corps and freaking rough them up and put them back in their place. You can't do that as a civilian.
Can you do that in the Corps nowadays, though?
Probably not. You guys tell me. If you see this and you still in the Corps serving, can you still take them out back and choke them up a little bit and put them back in the place where they belong? I like to hear about that. Try to figure that out. Let me know. You know, but the goal for the Stone Vet is just to build a community around you. Finding the resources in your area, wherever you live in this wonderful world that we're in. You live in the U.S., you know the chaos we're dealing with right now. People left and right are fighting each other. You're wrong, you're wrong, you're wrong. Just open your eyes, open your ears. Like here with Doc Rock, he can tell you his story, where he came from.
Yeah, my name's Doc Rock. I've served in the Navy. I was a hospital corpsman from 01 to 06. Served 5 years, most of that time with the Marine Corps at 1st Marine Division, 5th Marine Regiment there in Camp Pendleton, California. Did a couple tours in Afghanistan, one tour in Iraq while I was in. Then got out in 06, did a bunch of various jobs, met my wife that I'm married to now, and it's been awesome ever since. Last several years, I run a radio station. I'm a Christian, run a Christian rock station, 107.1 KOUJ. Just plug with shameless plug. Throw that as shameless plug. Throwing that out there. But you can find us online and stuff. But yeah, so I've been doing that the past 4 years. I've been loving every minute of it. And just now, coming on board with Sergeant G and see where we can go with this thing.
Absolutely, and I appreciate that. I mean, the biggest thing with the whole Stone Vet too is to help veterans. There's a group out in Colorado. I just met them. Look, you won't believe this. I'm an old man. I'm getting up there, freaking almost 40 years old now. Now I'm playing with TikTok. Why? Because Gary V said, "Get on TikTok. You want to promote yourself? Get on TikTok." Everybody's on TikTok. I'm like, I don't know crap about TikTok, but I've been on there. I'm finally getting my viewers up. I'm getting a lot more viewers now.
Sweet.
I think you get like up close to 1,000. You can start going live on there and doing lives and stuff. My goal is to bring you guys here though to the Stone Vet. It's gonna be, I got my group on Facebook. I'm gonna have this going streaming on YouTube whenever we're done with all this. And so that's what we're doing, is veterans referring veterans. We have so many veterans out there that can do so many fabulous things. Like veterans referring veterans out of Colorado, they do an awesome job. They hook you up with veterans who are providing services. What people are doing is signs and stickers and shirts. So that's what we're supposed to do. We're brothers, we're sisters. We signed that freaking dotted line and said, yes, I will defend this country against foreign and domestic. Hell, like I said, I've been out since '09. It's 2020 now, and I'm still signing that contract saying all enemies, foreign and domestic. Right now, we have a lot of enemies that are domestic right now. We're choking ourselves out right now from the inside, and it's sad to say that as a country, this is what we're coming to. You know, in the show today, I brought on Kevin Doncaster the founder of Warhawk PTSD Service Dogs. He's doing a phenomenal job with that, helping veterans get service dogs for dang near for free. Is what he's doing. So that's something that you've been meaning like, hey, I need a service dog, or how can I help my brother, my sister? Hey, I know a veteran that needs a service dog. I think it would benefit him. Definitely check out Kevin over at Warhawk PTSD Service Dogs. What he's doing over there, the team that he's created with that, it's just been phenomenal. Because like I said, our goal here is to help veterans quit killing themselves. It sucks. The depression kicks in, the anxiety kicks in. 2 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning, 4 o'clock in the morning. They say I can't do it. My wife hates me. She took my kids. She cleared my bank account. Dude, it sucks. But we're here to help. And that's what we're here to do, is try to help our brothers and sisters in need. You know, regardless of how you look at it, still your brother and your sister. And what we're trying to do is just ensure that they have us to call on when they are in need. If they're hungry, they need something to drink. They need a hot shower. They need a bed to sleep in. We're here to help them. That's what we're here for. And it sucks, you know. We don't need to be killing ourselves. There's already people out there killing us with that. I don't know what you think about that, but it sucks.
Yeah, no, definitely. It does suck. You know, especially, you know, nowadays with, you know, we got social media, you know, and you can see it a lot more, you know, you see the depression in people a lot more and stuff. Man. And, yeah, it's just, I don't know. I think, me personally, I think social media is bad, but it's a necessary evil.
It is a very necessary evil. I mean, every time I log on to Facebook and I log on to one, you know, there's multiple veteran groups on Facebook. And I was like, let me create another one. Why not? What could hurt if I create another Facebook group for veterans, you know? But when you log in, it's like, another veteran my brother killed himself last night.
Right.
Why?
Right.
Well, why couldn't he? Because a lot of times it is hard, you know? I don't want to go on Facebook at 2 in the morning and freaking type up everything that's wrong with me. I'd rather be like, I'm going to call him. He's down the street. Say, hey, dude, hey, can you come talk to me? Can you come by? I got some crap. I got some issues going on. Can you be an ear that I can chew on for a little bit?
And that's where social media is helpful, because you can stay in contact with your buddies, you know, a whole lot easier. You know, you can just send them a quick message or something, say, hey, how you doing, man? You know, you doing all right?
What are you up to? How's everything
How's life treating you?
You know, because not everybody, life ain't fair for everybody right now. It's not. It's hard. I mean, heck, look at the unemployment lines and everything else that's going on right now. I mean, it's hard. It's chaotic. The crap that's going on in our country right now.
Yeah, and especially, you know, people staying indoors more, you know, with all the COVID stuff going on, you know.
People aren't working out. They ain't walking. They're not.
Depression's going up there as well.
So and everything else.
It's a rough time, you know. Then add all this other chaos on top of it, what's going on in the country with everybody just hating each other. You know, all the bickering back and forth. You know, it's rough. It is.
And it sucks, you know. That's the biggest thing. That's why with the Stone Vet, that's what we're trying to do, is just get away from it.
Yeah.
I need that guy that I can go sit in the driveway with and BS for the next hour and a half while the kids are running around in the yard, you know, just to be able to just hang out and just chill and just enjoy let me just decompress for a little bit. I've been living in this world. I lived in the community this week, and it was just heartbreaking, you know. It was hard, you know. Today, life was hard. Life gets hard, and we all know it. We all know life gets hard, but how are you allowing that? How are you getting that out, you know? Don't keep it in. That's what we're known to do, is just keep it in, let it build, let it build, let it build. And then we blow up and they look at us like, oh, he's got PTSD, it's going to happen. That kind of stuff happens all the time, whatever. That's not an excuse. I mean, it's a sad excuse when it comes down to it. People look at it as a disability. You're like, it's not a disability, dude. It's just something I suffer with. I I just got to figure out how can I help? You know, how can I not deal with this nonsense? You know,
Right.
you know, writing them is like, hey, you know what? There's a reason why I joined the Corps is because I wanted to be the best, right? That's what they always say. You want to be the best, you be a Marine, right? Not to harp on any of you other guys out there that are serving, you know, but
Whatever.
when you're the best,
We know,
you're the best,
we
you
know.
know.
We know how you Marines are.
And so, but you know, you got to get in the battle. You got to make sure you got your battle buddy with you. You know, make sure you got somebody you can call on 24 hours a day. You know, 7 days a week. I know. Well, it sucks. Man, I keep my phone on silent, and I look at it when I wake up in the morning because my phone I get notifications on everything. You know, but I'm going to reach out to you. I'm going to do it. I mean, just talking with Warhawk, he even said he's working with an organization out in Arkansas, close to home. You know, that does help with veteran suicides. That help people. You can call them at 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning. So once we get that established, right now the goal for me is to establish Oklahoma. That's home for me. Ensuring that every veteran that is in Oklahoma knows they have a resource here. They can reach out to the Stone Vet saying, man, this sucks. It's been hard. I need something. I need to get this. I need to get that. Or I don't know where I'm going to sleep tonight. Or I don't know if I'm going to get a hot meal tomorrow. Or whatever the case may be. That they know, hey, I got a brother right here. He said he can get me a hot meal tonight and a cot. A hot and a cot. You know what I'm saying? That's all we need. It's a hot and a cot, right? Just
Right.
You know, that's all we really need. Is a hot and a cot. You can let me sleep here one night, dude. I'll help. We can help you find it. We can help you get back on your feet. Get what you need. You know.
Yeah.
Is it a convenience? Yeah, I mean everything's an inconvenience for us nowadays. If it's not within what I do on a normal basis, yeah, it's an inconvenience.
That's just the mindset.
That's the mindset, right?
I was actually listening to a podcast about that yesterday.
You know, it's a mindset. Step outside of your bubble. You know, a lot of people have an associate, part of the group, part of the family in the Stone Vet. She said, I don't have any money, but I want to help. You don't need money. Go into the community. Find the resources that are there. How can people help us? You know, people want to help veterans. That's one thing I learned. People want to help vets. But you just have to find those people. You have to dig in a little bit deeper and say, all right, I got to go out and see what's out there. I got to see what kind of resources are out there for veterans. How can we do this? How can we do that? You know, and being able to actually just go and say, hey, I live in this area and this is what they can do. I can get a hot, I can get a cot, I can get a shower. And you know, hey, brother, you're struggling, brother. He said, "What I can help you on this day, but but these guys can really help you. These guys can get you back on your feet, get you what the necessities you need, the resources you need to get you back on your feet. Because we all struggle with something,
Right.
Whatever it is, our emotions, drugs, whatever it is, we struggle. You know, sometimes we get embarrassed about it.
Yeah.
If you struggle, you struggle. It's plain and simple. You know, you got to find somebody that can help you.
It comes all down to humbling yourself, you know,
Absolutely.
getting rid of that pride aspect of it.
Right,
And trust me, it's a hard thing to do. You know, it's hard for me to get rid of my pride a lot of times and humble myself. But yeah, you definitely got to do it though.
Absolutely. It's the pride. You can't let your pride will eat you up. It'll eat you up and swallow you out, man. And you'll be like, what did I just do? Why did I just do? That was like that one night whenever you just drank way too much and you wake up the next day and say, what did I do last night? Why did
That's what I usually hear from the Marine Corps. Doc, got muster here in an hour.
I need some water. I need some IV. Give me an IV. But definitely something we can talk about, something we can do. Like I said, we're trying to grow the community. I want to grow the community to be able to assist you wherever you're at. So definitely with the Stone Vet, that's what I want to do is build the community around the veteran to help them become stronger. We're stronger together than we are apart. And when we stand together, can't nothing defeat us.
Yep.
You know. So, but definitely at the Stone Vet, check us out on Facebook at the Stone Vet. Make sure that you share it with your other veteran brothers and sisters. Like I said, we're growing the community to be stronger together. We're stronger together than we are apart. Just remember, here at the Stone Vet, we got your six.
Wow.